gonna let people in. I'm just gonna wait a minute or so because I think there is one more person coming. How's everyone?
There's two coming?
There is well, Sue, yeah, Sue is supposed to be coming. She was in yoga this morning.
Oh.
So I know she's awake, unless she went back to bed. But
She's like me. We're both really early every day.
Yeah.
No matter what day.
Yeah, I feel you. Me too. Except for today, the dog actually slept in today, and I was like, oh, okay.
What's sleeping in? What time?
8 a.m.
Okay. 5:30, 6 o'clock latest for me. Any day, no matter when I go to bed. Look at that's why. It's true.
You must be so amazingly productive.
Well, you think, but no. It's actually no. You know what? In the morning, I can slam through anything. I just kind of lose it after about 4 p.m. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. They always talk about these highly successful people being people that get up just like naturally at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
Well, I do that, and I'm not
Yeah.
a highly
Yeah, you are.
successful person. But I get my things done. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't think I can do 5 a.m. ever in life.
Well,
7
it
I'm okay with. Yeah.
It depends when you go to bed. That's
Yeah.
all. I just go to bed early.
The one great thing about this pandemic, I have the opposite problem. I'm just not a morning person at all, and I naturally don't want to fall asleep until like 12:30, 1 a.m. But because of the pandemic, I kind of can. Like now I'm working exclusively from home, so it's just like, well, I'll wake up at like 8, I'll have some breakfast, bring coffee to the laptop, and just like go.
That's nice.
It's true. Because like I work from 8 to 4, and now I'm like, I don't have to get up at like 6:30 to get ready for when, commute to work. So I'm like 7:15, 7, maybe push it to like 7:25, and then I'll get up and like get ready. Because like you don't have to get dressed, you don't have to commute, you don't do nothing. Just turn on your laptop and you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like not commuting. Not having to commute is my favorite part of the whole thing. And I think everyone is pretty similar. All right, my ladies, let us get started. Today we are working on shoulder stability. Hopefully it's not going to be as painful as it could be. We are going to need today a TheraBand. If you don't have a TheraBand, I read that like a very old pair of yoga pants that are a little bit stretchy work, or like nylon panties or whatever, pantyhose, things like that work. A yoga block, and your massage balls, your little massage balls. So if you don't have a yoga block, grab yourself something heavy. It doesn't even have to be a stack of books, anything. I'm trying to think something heavy. Okay. So for example, I have these guys over here, which is for my we clean hair paws, so something heavy ish. What else? If you don't have bowls, probably a roller will work fine, or a water bottle or something like that. Yes. And we will get started very soon, very soon, very soon. Okay. I'll just wait for everyone to settle. I'm very excited about this one. I did it on Tuesday in the class that I was telling you, Sue. I did it on Tuesday, and this is one of those classes that keeps me sore for a day or two.
So great.
Sorry, not sorry.
Do these balls, like, can they be separate? Is that okay?
Yes, yes, they can be separate. If you do have the little tote bag, or you can put them inside a sock or something like that.
Should I get a sock?
Yeah, go for it. Because we're gonna do one specific one, just for releasing of the neck. So that one is usually better with the balls together. How is it like? I feel like everyone now has all the props, right? Like most of the props.
Except for the yoga block for me.
You don't have a yoga block?
No. So I'll just see how the book works.
That's okay. I feel like yoga block is the easiest one to substitute. Yeah. All right. Are we all ready? Awesome. Let us. Sue, are you okay? Oh, the ball rolled
My
out.
ball went under the sofa.
Hilarious. I just see like Sue's legs just like underneath the couch. I'm like, all right, everyone. Find a comfortable sitting position. You can have your legs, your feet together, knees apart. I personally prefer to cross my legs. You can also be sitting on your shins, on your heels, whatever you guys feel most comfortable with. And bring your arms onto your knees wherever you are. And we're going to do a little bit of a seated cat-cow. So inhale to look up and expand your spine, and exhale to find your cat. Really help you up with those knees, like you're stretching away from the knees, and bring yourself back up to look to the ceiling. On an inhale, a little bit of arch back, and then on an exhale, leverage from your knees. Feel that stretch on the top of your back. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale, and hold it in there. Shake your head no a little bit. You can roll a little bit farther into your tailbone for a bit more of a lower back stretch. And once you had enough, come back to neutral. Let us roll the shoulders a little bit. Fine. Inhale to lift your shoulders up to your ear. Exhale to roll. Let's go 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. And find a bigger circle every time. Inhale. Exhale. Don't be afraid to let your elbows move. Reverse. Inhale to lift your shoulders. Exhale to roll. Inhale to lift. Exhale to roll. Let your arms move naturally with your roll. Let's just do a bigger version. Inhale, reach your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, find your circle out. Inhale. Exhale. And notice how this is kind of a cat-cow spine. Inhale for your cat. Exhale for your cow. Let's try this a couple more times. Last time. Wow, that was a very whistle. And reverse those circles. Start making bigger circles and more dramatic movements with your spine. And when you're done, bring your arms to your knees, maybe shake your arms a little bit. I like that song. Grab your block, and let's call this with the block the easy version. So you are going to hold your block in between your hands or your book or whatever it is that you have in there. You're going to press against it and bring your elbows to touch. There, it's your block is in front of you. Yeah. So for example, if you only have a book, like a not too thick book, for example, Heather, this is going to be pretty similar to the hard version. So for this one, yeah. Can you guys see me well? I feel like you guys, I'm a little bit blending into the background. Inhale to bring your elbows to lift as much as you can. Exhale to lower to neutral. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Wow, I just did the yoga class, so you're probably the same. Inhale to lift, and my arms are shaking already. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift and hold. And hold it there. Just stay there on the up version and breathe through it. And notice if you can expand your shoulder blades every time you inhale. And relax. Oof.
Brutal.
I'm telling you, this one is a little bit brutal. Okay, so that's it for a little warm up. You're gonna grab your bowls. The first couple of exercises are going to be with separate bowls um, out of your little bag or your sock. If you only have one bowl, that's totally okay. Let's just do one side and the other. And we're going to place the bowls here. I'll just take this off. You're going to place your bowls on the lower corner of your shoulder blade. You see the little chicken wing going over there? That's where you want to place your balls. So go ahead and lie down on the ground and take your time to place your balls in the right place or wherever you feel they're best. Oh, retraction, roll-ups, and oh wow, we have roll-ups in the two of them. Okay. So now that you're find yourself laying on top of the blocks, whew, wow. And if this bothers you a lot already, just stay here and that's all. Now, just a few reminders that you choose how much intensity you want. For a lot more intensity, you can always lift your hips off the floor and you'll find a lot more gravity onto your balls. For a little bit less intensity, you can kind of like just float a little bit your back. The most important thing is that you're always able to breathe, like for realsies, onto your balls, and that it is not a sharp pain. If you ever feel a sharp pain, just stop. All right, my friends, let us roll up and down a little bit. Option to lift your hips off the ground, or option to just tilt your hips slightly and it will naturally roll. Take your time and really melt into those balls. And every exhale, make sure that your movements are linked to a breath. And if my inhales don't match your inhales, that's okay. Whatever works best for you, that's what you should do. Right now, I'm just arching my back so that I'm slightly rolling onto those balls. Like I mentioned, you can lift your hips off the ground and use the strength of your hamstrings actually to bring you up and down. Now, if you have your hips lifted, you can either stay there or bring your hips to the ground and reach your arms to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale and exhale to melt farther into your balls. Am I saying balls too much? Okay, whatever. Inhale to reach towards the ceiling. You are bringing your shoulder blades apart. And exhale to sink into your balls. Bring your shoulders closer to the floor. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale to press your shoulder blades together. You're protracting and retracting. This one last time. On your next inhale, bring your arms all the way beside your ears and continue doing the same. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to bring them closer to you. We're talking about shoulder blades expanding on the inhale and contracting, bringing, coming together, closer together on the inhale. It's like you're pinching and expanding. When you're ready, let everything go and bring your arms into a cactus shape on the floor. Your palms are facing the ceiling. Now, the next one we're going to do what I like to call little snow angels. So you have your cactus arms, slide your palms on the floor towards your hips, bring them to the ceiling, towards your ears, and cactus. And hips, ceiling, ears, and cactus. So we are doing, let's call this an underwear circle. Yeah. Keep on going. Let's do this a couple more times. And if you want more intensity on your balls again, you can always be doing this, lifting your hips off the ground. When you're ready, reverse your circles. Cactus your arms first, stretch towards your ears, lift towards the ceiling and down towards your hips. Cactus your arms, slide your hands on the floor to cactus, then towards your ears, ceiling and hips. We're doing a nice little reverse snow angels. Don't you guys miss snow? I was hoping to get some snow this weekend.
Oh, Jesus God.
Of course. All right. Next thing you're going to do, if your hips are off the ground, bring them on the ground, bring your hands behind your head. And just a heads up, this is a fun exercise. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and roll all the way up. Well, not all the way, just a little crunch. And come back down on an exhale. So inhale to on the floor. Exhale to tug, lift down and floor. Inhale on the floor. Exhale to going up the way up. And down on an exhale. Let's do 3 more of those. Tucking up and coming down. Don't lose contact with your balls. We are always finding a way to sneak some ab exercises, and you're going to hold at the top on your little crunch. Are we in a very little crunch, everyone? March your legs, right knee up and down, left knee up and down, and right leg and down and left. Think of this as an assisted march, crunch kind of thing. You have the balls underneath you and you're literally just using your abs to bring your knees up. Once you are exhausted, do a couple of more, 1 on each leg. And then after that, you can come off the ground. But only until you're exhausted. Yeah, I'm watching you. Who's going to tap first? Just kidding, you guys can come down. Ooh. All right. Wow. See, I'm telling you, Heather, you're super strong. She's like, oh, I can keep on going, bitch. Okay, take your balls out of your shoulder blades and just bring them towards the top corner of your shoulder blades. So you'll find how they're a lot closer together. And just melt into those balls. Just a little reminder that we ideally don't want the balls to be right on top of your spine, so they want to be right beside it. Now let's roll them. Let's roll up and down again. If you can, lift your hips off the ground. If not, just arch your back and flatten your back. You will find how you're rolling up and down on those balls. Ooh, this is targeting a little bit of your upper back and your shoulders a little bit too. Those straps that are nice, and your neck, oh, delicious. Yeah, take your time. Also, reminder that you can always just stay on the one spot that feels yummy. I honestly can just like keep on doing this and just rolling up and down the whole class. All right. Find your yummy spot and let us go into some bridges. Bring your arms to the ceiling and take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, peel your tailbone off the ground and come all the way up. And down. And up. And down. I feel like I messed up my breathings, but that's okay. You guys keep on going. And down. And up and hold. Hold it in there. It is okay if your toes come off the ground. In fact, why don't we roll up and down in here? Oof. Once you're done, come back to the floor and embrace yourself with your right arm on top of the left. If this is accessible to you, you're almost grabbing into your shoulder blades. If not, just opposite shoulders. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna repeat the curls. Inhale, exhale to tuck your chin and come all the way up. Come up. I keep on saying all the way, it's never all the way. And come down. Inhale on the floor. Exhale to come up. Continue your exhale to come down. Inhale on the floor. Coming up. And down. Last time. Inhale on the floor. Coming up. And down. Stretch your hands to the ceiling and switch your grip. Left hand on top of right. Hug yourself nice and dearly. Inhale on the floor. Exhale to tuck your chin first and then come slightly up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And one last one. Up and down. All right, everyone. Bring your arms to the either side. Just take a moment there. And when you're ready, take those balls and bring them back into their little tote bag. Carita, this next one, try it. Let me know how it works with one ball, yeah? Because we're gonna go for right on the hairline. So you bring your balls inside your little bag, and you're gonna place them right on your hairline and lay on top of that. Yeah, I think it works nicely, Carita, but just let me know how that feels. Yeah, with one single ball. All right. Yes, if your hair is down, I recommend putting it up because yeah, hair likes to get cut. It's not that it's happened to me at all. Take your time to get ready. And if when I say place your balls on your hairline doesn't really like you don't really like it, or it doesn't really feel nice to you, go a little bit higher if you need to. I wouldn't say lower necessarily, because those poor little neck muscles are like very little and it can get really intense to rolling them on them. But yes, go a little bit higher and just chill in there. Notice how it feels to have something right on your scalp. It's not scalp, I guess, skull. And very, very gently give a little bit of nod, yes. Very, very gently. You're nodding yes. And now try to nod no. I mean, shake no. Wow, you guys, English is so not happening for me today. Today in yoga class, I was like, heel, hips. I keep on like changing from heel to hips. Take a moment to go back to neutral and then look towards your right side. It's not a big range. If anything, I want to say it's like less than 10 degrees, maybe a good 5 degrees or something, 3 maybe. And really find that pressure on one side of your, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say it, one side of your brain, even though that's not actually what's happening. Come back to neutral and just go to look to the other side. Notice if one side you can get more range than the other. And just remember that it's probably because of your neck is really tense on the one side. Come back to neutral. And the last thing we're gonna do here, I want you to tap your toes on the ground. You're not moving your head's moving because you are tapping your toes and it ripples all the way up. If you ever need a good roll and you only have like 5 minutes, this is what you want to do. Great, I hear some tapping, I love it. When you're ready, stop your tap, take your balls away, and come back to a seated position. All right, how are you guys feeling? I feel like that last roll on the head, it's so awesome. Carita, how did that feel with one ball? Were you able to do it? Yeah, great, awesome. Grab your TheraBand, or if you don't have a band, maybe you're, do you have ballet tights? I feel like ballet tights will be a great substitute for a TheraBand. Yes. All right, are we all good? So this one, you want to grab it. It depends on your range of motion and your mobility on your shoulders, because we're going to do something that's called flossing. So you want to grab it as close together or as far apart. No, baby, not that kind of flossing. I have Daniel in front of me just doing the actual flossing, you know. Okay, grab your TheraBand in front of you, bring it all the way up and bring it all the way back. Yeah, that's why you have the TheraBand. So grab it as far away from your hands or as close as you want to. So we're just doing circles up and down. And because the band is elastic, you get to stretch it a little bit, you know, to make way for your arms. Yeah. Carita, you can grab it a little bit farther apart so that it's comfortable for you. Yeah, so you don't have to bend your elbows. Ideally, we're not bending your elbows in this one. If you want to challenge yourself, walk your hands together a little bit and see if that works for you. when I start going a little bit farther in with my hands, a little bit more than what my body likes, I find that I usually have to roll one shoulder and then the other one to actually make it all the way around. And it's usually because, as we know, one side is tighter than the other. Yeah, there you go, Carita. This feels nice. All right. Come back to center. Put your band to the side and just give it a nice little shake. How are you guys feeling? Nice and good? All right. Come back to your kneeling position, a low kneeling position. Well, I have two. Okay, this is good, very confusing. I have two notebooks. To your kneeling position, and perfect. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little bit of a stretch on the front of our shoulders. Bring your fingers to touch the ground. If you're like me, you can't actually reach the floor because I have T-Rex hands. So make sure that your fingers are always pointing towards your bum and start walking out with your hands as far as you can, very slowly, and then come back up. And then start walking with your, let's do left, right, left, right, and then left, right, left, right. On the other side, right, left, right, left. You can always be sitting on your bum if on your knees is too much. And left, right. Yeah. There you go. Coming back up. Let's just do it one more time. Coming right up. Now the next one, option to stay here on your knees or switch to your bum and walk all the way back. And wherever you are, just lift your hips into a nice inverted bridge pose. If you happen to be on your knees, I'll demonstrate. If you happen to be on your knees, basically you're just pulling your hips up. Whatever your choice is. From here, why not? Let us do some push-ups. Go bend your elbows and stretch. Make sure you're not hyperextending your elbows. Bend and stretch. And bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. A couple more times. Bend and stretch. Remember, I don't speak English. So when I say a couple, I don't usually mean a couple. Stretch and bend. Stretch. All right. Sit on the ground. And very slowly, more like gently, make your way onto the floor and onto your belly. Grab one of the bowls. This is one of my favorite exercises. I have so much crap all around me. Grab one of your bowls and you are going to make sure that you have it on your hand. And while we're doing this exercise, I want you to actually be pressing your bowl, like really pull it. I don't know how to say this, pulling, pushing, squeezing. Yes, that's the word. All right. I'm telling you guys, English is not happening for me today. Okay, lay on the ground. You're gonna stretch. You're gonna cactus that right arm on the floor. Make sure that your elbow is on the same line as your shoulder. Continue looking down. Your forehead's on the ground. Squeeze the ball and then lift your hand off the ground and lower. And lift and lower. This is external rotation of your rotator cuff. And lower and lift and lower. A few more. Lift and lower and lift and lower. Lift and lower and lift and lower. Stretch your arm to the side and bring your arm next to your hip. Flip so that your palm, the back of your palm is on the floor. And now we're going to lift and lower. This is internal rotation. Lift and lower. Make sure you're squeezing that ball. And lower. Hello, triceps. And lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. Switch your ball onto the next hand. And let's start on the left. Bring your arm to cactus. Great. I'm gonna be up here so that you guys can see. Your forehead's on the ground. Squeeze that ball in your hand and lift the palm off the floor and lower. And lift, lower, lift, lower, and lift, and lower. Again, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, and lift, lower. Stretch your elbow, bring your hand next to your hip, and have the back of your palm on the floor for internal rotation. Lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift, lower, and lift, and lower, and then lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift. Hold it. Bring your arms to switch your ball to the other side. And thank you. Okay. So for the next one, you can let go of the ball. If you have space, reach your arms in front of you, to the front of your mat. You're still with your forehead on the ground. And this is very similar to what we just did. You want to have your hands, the side of your hands on the floor, like you're like karate chopping the floor. Your thumbs are looking to the sky, and we're also going to do a very similar exercise. Ready? Starting with your right hand. Lift your hand and lower. Still right hand and lower. And hand and lower and up and lower. To the left. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down and up and down. If you have your block nearby, grab it. I did not have my block nearby. Grab it. And you're gonna grab it on the sides of your block. Correct. We're gonna repeat what we just did, but with both hands. Ready? Your forehead's on the ground, your chest's on the ground, and only your arms are gonna lift. And up and down. And up and down. And up, down, up, down. 8 more counts. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Relax. Bring your arms beside your hips. Bring one ear to the floor just to breathe a little bit. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Bring your opposite ear to the floor. We're almost done, guys. I promise. When you're ready, bring your hands beside your ribs and push yourself into a tabletop position. Let us just do some cat-cows very gently to move our spine a little bit. Inhale to look up. Inhale to cat your spine. Inhale, looking up. Exhale to cat. Start making a little bit of circles, hinging slightly down back and front. And start making this movement your own. Whatever it is that your body needs. If you need to do figure eights, or if you need to just melt your heart, If you want to just work on your hips, whatever it is that your body needs, go for it. When you're ready, sit all the way back and find your little child's pose and bring your arms beside your body instead of in front of your body and just relax in there. We're almost done. It's only the hardest thing to go. When you're ready, slowly make your way to a seated position, whatever that is, and grab your third band. This is an exercise that I just added up to this class this morning. So fun times, my friends. I'm gonna come closer. We're going to bring your TheraBand in front of you and make sure that for this, your elbows are always attached to your body. You probably know what's coming. One arm at a time. Just grab your bar, yeah. And one arm at a time. Open and close and open and close. Try not to arch your back. Open and close and open and close. Left, open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. You can grab your band a little bit farther out so that we have a little bit more give. And you know what? Why don't we, the arm that we're not working on, rest it on your legs, so that we open, stretch, bring it in and close. Open, stretch, bring it in and close. Work those arms, sister. Open, stretch, in a little diagonal to the front, bring it in close, open, stretch, bring it in and close. Let's switch our arms. Ready? Open, stretch, bring it in and close. Open, stretch, bring it in and close. Open, stretch, bring it in and close. It's burning the top of my shoulder already. Woo! How are we guys doing? Yeah. Let's do, remember the one that we did with the block? Now this is the harder version without the block. Bring your arms to touch. Your elbows are touching. This is harder because you need a bigger range of motion here. Bring it all the way up. Open your elbows into a cactus and down and all the way in. All the way up. It's like you're opening a book. Elbows, hands, cactus, and down. Make sure your back is not curving. All the way up. Elbows, cactus, arm, and bring it in all the way up. Elbows, cactus, and let's reverse. And let's do a nice circle. Down. I don't know how to keep this. Elbows up. Elbows to touch and down. Elbows, cactus, up, elbows. I keep on saying elbows and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Last time. And it's a nice little circle. Come all the way down. Shake your arms. How are you guys feeling? Okay? Are your elbows still able to do things? I mean, elbows. See, English is not happening. Shoulders, able to do things. Now, grab your block. This is my favorite exercise of them all. It's the tray exercise. Whew. Okay, Now, options to sit on your bum like you were. I will be sitting on slightly knees apart and on my my heels. You can also be kneeling if you prefer, or you can also be on a tabletop position, whatever you guys prefer. Yeah, I've been told that the tabletop position is the most accessible one. For me, it isn't. For me, it's really, really challenging. I don't know why. But yes, you can try either way. And you can switch around if you want to try the different kind of sitting positions. Now, for this one, you're not gonna grab your block with your fingers. You're only gonna have it as a tray. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't need to be that. Oh no, I do need to be on the block. Okay. Having your tray on the side and a little bit, not your elbow close to your body, a little bit open. We're gonna go under the armpit, a big circle in front of your head, all in front and then over your head. And then ta-da! Very simple, hey? Under your armpit. Oh, stretch, first stretch. And then I missed that one. A big circle. Ta-da! Oh yeah. If you have one of these heavier blocks like me, you will not want to drop it. Under the shoulder, armpit, stretch your arm, bring a big circle over your head. After this tray, switch your hands left to left. Or just doing 3 on each side. If after class you want to do more, please do so. Under the armpit, stretch your elbow first, bring it around, up and around, and show me your tray. Woo. Under the armpit, stretch up and around in front of your head. Yeah. Try not to arch your back when you're doing the up and down. Under the armpit, stretch your arm, up and around, and stretch. Pretty. For example, this block is a little bit too big for me. So yeah, that's very hard. The next part is very, very hard for me to do. We're gonna do on your right arm. Oh, let's do back. Behind your head, stretch the arm on the side, bend your elbow to retract, and ta-da! Yeah. Behind and around, stretch it to the side. Don't notice how I'm actually moving my whole body. Don't be afraid of moving your whole body. Bring it in, down, and out. Last time. There you go. Almost. All the way around. Stretch it to the side. Look at your beautiful tricep. Bring it in, down, and around. Switch your arms. Ooh. Out and around. Stretch on the side. Bend your elbow to retract. There you go. And ta-da! Once and around. Go stretch it. I think I did it wrong this time. Bend your elbow and out. Woo! All the way around. This is the last time. Stretch it to the side. Look at your beautiful tricep. Bend your elbow. Ooh, and it fell. Ta-da! No tray in hand. And with that, my friends, we're done. How are you guys feeling? This is one of my favorite classes. It hurts me a lot. Like, it's really intense, but I really like it. How are you guys feeling? Good?
Good.
Shoulders burning a little bit?
It felt great. Yeah.
Actually, they feel really relaxed because
Yeah.
of rolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I do the rolling first, so that it's not too much of a hit.
I really like that end one. It was way harder on one side than the other.
Oh yeah, yes. I always forget to mention that the first time I did this exercise with these heavy blocks, it like I was up and around my head and it just fell on my head. What?
Oh,
Yeah, it was intense. So it's nicer when you have the foam ones because it's not that scary. But yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys had a great class and